You ever wonder what the best weapons in the game are? Well, this is going to be the video for you because today we're going to be taking a look at what are the best weapons and the weapons that you should be going for in Act 3. We're going to be talking about all the most popular weapons and most importantly, how to actually get them. So if you guys are missing some of these weapons, you'll be able to get them. And if it's a weapon that has like random rolls, we'll also give you like a role suggestion so you know what to look for. And in case you guys are wondering where I'm getting my stats from, we are getting them from Destiny Tracker. They track the usage of all the weapons, so that's how we can find out like the percentage a weapon is used. But let's get into it, and first let's start with number 8. First up, we're gonna have the exotic Henken, the Sunshot, and this thing continues to be a beast in PvE. It is still just an amazing Henken. Not really changed from last season, except that it got a little bit weaker since the mods are not like all in its favor, but it still just deals with ads like no other weapon can do. And since Henkens are still an anti-champion weapon, this time the Henkens are overload, means that you pretty much still see it in like endgame content like Grandmaster Nightfalls. There's always somebody running around with the Sunshot. It's just so good at dealing with ads. And you can actually pick this weapon up really easily by picking up one of the new light kits. You pick the solar one, you'll be able to get a Sunshot. Yeah, it's actually that easy to get one of the best weapons in the game. So if you guys haven't picked it up, definitely go pick it up. At number 7, we're gonna have one of the brand new weapons from the Pale Heart, which is the light machine gun, and this thing continues to surprise me. That is constantly one of the most used weapons in the game. I just didn't really expect it to be one of those. And you can get this one from doing the ghost missions. So if you guys don't have this one, just do the Micah 10 ghost missions, and you should be able to get this one. Now something this weapon definitely has going for it is that it's got so many good perks. You have so many different good perk combinations that you can possibly do on this weapon. But the perk that most people tend to go for is Reconstruction, with a couple of other perks in the second slot. You got different things like Firefly, Desperate Measures, Frenzy, even Bait and Switch is available in that second slot. But as long as you have Reconstruction, this weapon's gonna be pretty good. I think another great thing about this weapon is just how easy it is to actually get. Since it is from the Pale Heart and it unlocks very early into the ghost missions, I think most of you guys probably have a couple of these machine guns lying around in your vault, or you could probably craft it already. So because of that, I think that's why it's so popular. And besides, it's just a very nice feeling and sounding LMG. Like it feels like a powerful LMG when you shoot it. So that really good feeling of shooting the weapon, plus some really good rolls as well, basically make it so this ends up being one of the most popular machine guns, actually the most popular machine gun, even beating out some of the other popular machine guns like the Hammerhead. At number 6, we're gonna have the IntheKindness, the OG special ammo sidearm. It is still pretty popular, not as popular as it once was, being like the most used weapon in the game, but it is still a very popular weapon and a weapon that gets a lot of play. It just happens that other special sidearms were released, and we also have a couple of other hot weapons that people are really enjoying. But this item is still amazing for the same reasons that other special items are good. They have some great ammo economy, they hit very hard, and something that's unique to this one is that it can roll with bolt shots, so it adds even more ad clear to your already pretty good ad clear. And that's pretty much what you're looking for on this sidearm. Pretty much anything that gets bolt shot is going to be good on the IntheKindness. You could go with bolt shot plus beacon rounds, bolt shot plus impulse amplifier, bolt shot plus lead from gold, which is like the most popular one, since you get an even better ammo economy with still all the power of bolt shot. So as long as we have bolt shot, you could pretty much make any roll work on the IntheKindness, and that's what makes it so good. The hardest thing about the IntheKindness is actually getting one though, because I know a lot of people have run into some problems getting them. I ran into some problems for a while getting them because sometimes they just don't drop from the dungeon, and that's really what holds it back, and the reason that I think it dropped a little bit now that other easier special items are out there. But this one's still fantastic, so if you guys don't have it, definitely try to get at least one of them. Next up, we're gonna have the Graviton Lance, and Lance, just like the Sunshot, continues to be one of the best weapons. It's great at ad clear. It's another anti-champion weapon, this time barriers, and it breaks those barriers really quickly. There's a reason why the Graviton Lance is always so high when it comes to like Knifle builds, because it is just so good at taking down shields and barriers, and just dealing with big groups of enemies. The Graviton Lance can pretty much do it all, and you can actually get it pretty easily. You can just go talk to Ikora and pick up a New Light Kit, a Void New Light Kit specifically, and then she will give you the Graviton Lance. The Catalyst is also fantastic on this weapon. You basically get 2 exotic perks for free. You get Turnabout and Vorpal, meaning that you're going to be doing extra damage against some of the bigger targets. And every time you break a shield, you're going to get an overshield yourself. So you have so many things going for this weapon. And in certain GMs, you pretty much just have a constant overshield thanks to that Catalyst. So if you guys are planning on using the Graviton Lance, for sure, get the Catalyst done. And just above the Graviton, we're actually going to have another exotic pulse rifle. This time the Outbreak Perfected. This one comes from the 0 hour mission. You can get this weapon used by completing the normal mission. But if you want to get the most out of this weapon, you definitely want the Catalyst. And those come from the Legend version of the mission. You can get rewind rounds and Outbreak, and it makes this weapon just so much better. And you're basically like an anti-champion machine. You destroy champions with the Outbreak. And on top of doing that, you're going to be getting a bunch of super energy as well as transcendence energy. That makes this weapon just a top tier choice for any GMs that have some barriers. Not only because of just how easy it is to take them out with the weapon, but just because it lets you spam your abilities and your supers from all that region. And if you convince your teammates to also run the Outbreak, then you're going to be doing even more damage, and you're probably going to be able to take out the boss of the strike just with primary damage if you really wanted to. It's going to be crazy. So it's easy to see why the Outbreak is just so high this season. It's just such a good weapon. At number 3, we have the brand new exotic, the Core of One. We're actually not even done getting all the exotic catalysts for this weapon, but it's already one of the most popular weapons in the game. And it's for a good reason. It has tons of ammo, it does tons of damage, and also there's a lot of auto rifle specific mods that work with this weapon, which leads to this thing just doing crazy, really crazy amounts of damage for a special weapon. And while yes, Bungie did say that they can reduce like the ammo on it a bit, I still think that it's gonna be still a pretty good weapon afterwards. It just will do less like total damage since it won't have as much ammo. But I still definitely think that it's gonna be really good, and it's only gonna get better as the catalyst release and as you can craft like your perfect version of this weapon. So the Core of One, in case you guys haven't gone to the exotic mission, it is definitely worth it. Definitely go in there and try to get it. It's actually not that bad solo, so you guys will definitely be able to get this done. Now at number 2, we're gonna have a special sidearm, and this time is the solar one, the Ever in Action. And this weapon has been pretty popular since it basically released. Pretty much as soon as people found out that there was gonna be a solar version of a special sidearm, people were hyped for this weapon. The role that you usually want to go for on this thing is usually just heal clip plus incandescent. You know, it's the classic solar combo. But it's a classic for a reason. You know, it works really well on this weapon, and it gives you tons of survivability while still giving you a bit of extra ad clear. And you get all the other good positives of it being a special ammo sidearm, like the ammo economy, and also just doing tons of damage per shot. So you can never go wrong with this weapon. A great thing about this weapon is just how easy it is to get. All you gotta do is play like the seasonal activities, and you're probably gonna get a couple of these to drop. And once you get enough of them, you'll be able to craft your perfect god roll. So you don't even have to spend too much time looking for that heal clip incandescent roll. You eventually will be able to craft it. So this has pretty much become like my favorite sidearm for this special slot, and I think that you guys will enjoy this one as well. So if you guys haven't gotten one of these, definitely go get one, and you're gonna see what all the hype is about. Now number 1, the most popular weapon in the game continues to be the Coal. Since it got released with Final Shape, this thing has been just at the number 1 spot for a long time. Now, it is not at the number 1 spot uncontested like it used to be. There's a lot of weapons that are a lot closer to it. The Ever in Action took a big chunk of it, and the Core of One is also taking a big chunk off of it. So it's actually being used like 1% more than some of the other weapons right under it. But it is still the number 1 spot, and it's for a good reason. It's the easiest special item in the game to get. All you have to do is go through the final shape story, and halfway through there you get one of them. And after that, as long as you're doing things in the pill hard, you're gonna get more drops of this weapon. And that's not even the only great thing, because it actually does come with some pretty good perks, like One Furrow, Vorpal, Lead from Gold, Slice. You have actually a lot of different good perk combinations that you can pair up on this weapon. But my favorite one, and the one that I think that you guys should go for, would definitely have to be Lead from Gold plus Vorpal weapon. That'll make it so you can do some extra damage against some of those bigger targets that may take like multiple shots to kill. So Vorpal weapon is always active with that. And then Lead from Gold, of course, just makes so you have even more ammo. And you can pretty much main these items as primary. Definitely give it a try, because this thing does not mess around. You'll probably fall in love with this weapon as soon as you use it like for the first time. It is just such a good weapon that it makes it really hard to actually take it off. And with that, that's going to be the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this weapons. Do you expect some weapons that were not here? Or is this list pretty much what you expected the like top weapons in the game to be? You know, surprisingly, the 1K, it is like the top 9 most used weapon in the game, used from this week. So, you know, it's getting pretty up there. I'm sure if I waited a couple days, it would probably get in like the top 7 or 8. But I'm sure it'll come back down once like the unlimited ammo event for the 1K is over. But anyways, thank you for stopping by today. I appreciate all you guys stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.